Hey guys, as all of you know, you can record video with your phone. Hold on 1 minute. That's better. You see what I just did there? Let me show a closer look at why I just did that.
Here are the two clips I just recorded. One is recorded how most of us would record a video. I get why someone would record this way. I mean, our phones are oriented up and down. However, we need to stop recording, like this, and start recording like this. Because then it looks like this versus this. And which one do you think looks better? Now, don't get me wrong. There are always exceptions to the rules, and there are plenty of situations where up and down would fit kind of a stylization that you're going for. But this will be far and few between when you need good video for a project. In general, it's a good habit to stick to recording like this. Now let's talk about settings. I have an iPhone, so the interface is going to look a little different for some of you. But if you can find these settings in your phone, then this information will work for you just as well. First, you want to always open up the settings that you got and then scroll down and find where you look at your camera. And then we got a whole list of things that we can do here. Let's go into formats and make sure you're set to high efficiency, because if you're set to most compatible, you're just not going to get the highest quality that you want. And if you have the option, be sure you turn on Apple Pro RAW and make sure you record with that when you can. And then underneath it, you want this resolution to be 48 megapixels, or as high as it will go, depending on the phone you use. The lower the megapixels, the lower the quality of your phone, because there's less pixels that can be spread across the screen. Then under record video, you don't have to stick to 4K, but I would recommend that you pay attention to the FPS here. FPS stands for frames per second. You want either 24 frames per second or 60 frames per second. Doing one of those 30 frames per second is going to give you that soap opera feel from the 90s. It just has a weird movement to it. So stick to 24 or 60 frames per second. Turn on your enhanced stabilization, because everybody kind of shakes just a little bit. So that stabilization is going to help you hold a much nicer image. And I promise you can see that shake much more than you think you can. And then I also would recommend turning on HDR video. HDR stands for high dynamic range, and that will make your blacks just a little blacker and your whites just a little whiter, and you're going to get this nice contrast across your footage. And there you go. That's all you need to do to get some of the highest quality footage that you can get from your phone. And now I recommend getting into the habit of just recording like this. Keep it in your brain. When you notice you're recording like this, stop it, turn it, start it again, because I promise you, you're going to have a much easier time editing your projects together if your footage is horizontal versus vertical. You guys got this.